Good day, teachers. Welcome to your speed tour of myViewboard whiteboard software. The first thing that I'd like to show you is tabs are new in this particular version of the software. So as you can see where I just clicked, when you want a clean whiteboard, you just go up and open a new tab. You may remember that this software is an infinite whiteboard, meaning it goes on beyond the edges of the whiteboard. To use that feature, you use the hand tool for that, and you just pick up the hand tool and you can move the board off, and so you have some more white space down here. If you click the clicker tool, then you're picking up items. A right click from your desktop brings up those two options to easily switch back and forth. If you're standing at the board, a long press will bring up this exact same menu. You will notice that there's a timer feature here, which I already have open, and I just opened a second one. Backgrounds are a feature of this software. You can find them way down here in the far left-hand corner. And if you click on that button, you'll see the location where you can find some things for your background. So first of all, colors. You can choose to make your whole entire screen a color, a gradient, or a grid. Right now there's none, and this is what a grid looks like, and it kind of gives you these nice straight lines to write on. In the images menu, again, there are tons of great backgrounds here that you might want to try. And finally, if you are signed into the ViewBoard software, which you do down here in the right-hand corner, you'll see the icon right there. Just click it and sign in with Google. If you do that, you're going to see a lot of possibilities in this originals folder. So tons and tons of backgrounds here that you might find useful for your class. The pen tools remain relatively unchanged. Here are your styles. You have a marker, a paintbrush, a highlighter, a shape pen, which, as you remember, does this or this. The magic line tool, which is cool. The laser pen, which is just like a super speedy pointer. And the AI pen, which will guess what you're drawing and then put that on the page. You can control your colors. That's a little different than it used to be by clicking the up button above the color palette. So marker is sort of the basic pen, and these are your basic three choices. And then this little up caret right here will get you lots of other pen choices where you can also control the thickness of your pen and the opacity. Onto the eraser. This is the eraser tool, and this is your traditional eraser that you can control the size of. This is a section eraser, and if you remember the notebook used to do this, where you can just grab something and erase it like that. This will clear all the pen strokes, and everything that I had on the board up to that point was a pen stroke. And then finally clear all, which will do exactly what it says it will do. Let's talk shapes and lines. That is this button right here. And I'm going to expand the menu. So these are your 2D shapes. Okay. And if you remember, they work just like that. It also does lines, and there's a line menu here. 3D shapes. Tables, and you choose the size table you want. And there's our table. One other thing I wanted to remind you that you can do in shapes is this sort of neat trick. Got your circle here, put it where you want. And if you're teaching fractions, you can segment your circle in as many pieces as you need. And now you can actually pull these apart to teach half and quarter, etc. The last thing I want to show you today is the magic toolbox, because who does not want to know what's inside the magic toolbox? That is right here. There's a lot in there. I'm only going to show you three things. First of all, if you open it, it's going to land on this page right here. This is a neater, more organized list of features, and so I prefer that view of the magic toolbox. Let's look at tools. There are all kinds of things that you can add that are functional. You can add some dice that will roll. Here is, for example, a clock that you can use to tell time with. You can remove the numbers. You can move the hands. Other tools, compass, dice, etc. Also in the Magic Toolbox is the image search, and that is where I went to get these doggies, these draggable doggies. So, Magic Toolbox, image search, and I search for dog PNG. That'll give you those files with the transparent backgrounds. And you can search for anything you like. Drag that kitty out. Close the box. To make extra cats, click drag to copy. And then go back to your original cat and just turn off that drag to copy. And now you've got as many kitties as you want to move around your board. That's it for our very fast tour. Remember, be brave, be kind, and do good work.